rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light years.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Carolina Panthers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they
try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Reuben Foster picks it, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And this is going to be intercepted.
picked off by Troy Pride.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
17-yard line.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
It's a gain of
just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And big bid intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get it...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers, nothing.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. Past the 20. They find some open field here. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Washington.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards on the ground. On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the gun, McDonald. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Dustin Hopkins.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 47-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, McDonald. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56, the mock boys, 56, check 56. Here we go, D. Anxious
the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 45-yard line.
Carolina.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. Second and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mike check 33. 33. It's going to be a long day.
He's going to keep this again. A quick throw complete into the flat-out left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
40-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, over Barbados with the hustle,
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, McDonald. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And he's got his target, that's more. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Panthers.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike check 33. 33. Switch up. Switch up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald, and he'll find Hall. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Slant, these two. Jack 16. Middle. Hey. These two.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Panthers.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Larry Fitzgerald. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after. Feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock. Got that black cloud over their heads.
Today.